The Menu is a movie I was really excited for because Anya Taylor-Joy and Ralph Fiennes are two of my favorite actors working today, and the trailers gave off that dangerous game kind of vibe. I thought it seemed pretty interesting. The premise of the movie is pretty simple, right? A couple goes to this fancy island where one of the best chefs in the world is gonna make them this awesome, crazy, sicko mode meal, and then stuff gets kind of freaky. Let's start off with the characters because I really liked them, well, at least the main three. Anya Taylor-Joy makes her return to this thriller, final girl type role, and you are very quickly reminded that she's incredible in this genre. I love her non-thriller work. Queen's Gambit slaps, Emma slaps, Northman slaps, Peaky Blinders. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's good. Slaps. Last Night in Soho. That's kind of a thriller, but it still slaps. Mutants, new X-Men mutants. Well, she was good in that one. But these complex characters who have been through shit, and then they gotta go through more shit. She just plays them so perfectly, and I love how she takes a large amount of pain and trauma and expresses it in a very impactful but subtle way. She is an incredible actress, and clip this video, okay? Clip this. When the Furiosa prequel comes out, she is getting that Oscar nom. I'm just calling it, okay? I call my shots. And then we get to Ralph Fiennes, who... Wow. Ralph Fiennes, in my opinion, is right next to Ethan Hawke as one of the best working actors today. But for some reason, they're so underrated. When I was a kid, I only really knew him as Voldemort, but the dude has so much range and he's so good all the time. His character in this movie is the star. Margot is the main character technically, but it feels like his movie. His actions determine every single thing. Every character in the movie revolves around him and his actions, the choices he makes. He is one of my favorite villain characters of the year, and Ralph Fiennes just plays him in such a human way that you disagree with him because, yeah, he's the bad guy, but I totally get his motivation. He's a lost artist who can't express himself anymore. He's gotten to the point that a lot of artists get to where they get so famous and successful, you don't enjoy it anymore. It just kind of becomes a job. And the dude just snaps, and not even in a insane way. He just finds a uncommon way to make his art interesting again to him. Such a good character. Ralph Fiennes is amazing. I hope he gets a nomination. He totally deserves it. The dynamic of Anya Taylor-Joy trying to survive villain Ralph Fiennes, it is honestly a match made in heaven, and the chess game between these two characters is the highlight of the film. Nicholas Hoult was really good too. I don't want to say too much about his character, but there's definitely some layers to this guy, and I think watching the movie again, watching Nicholas Hoult's character is going to just make this movie so much better. I was happy to see him again. I haven't really seen him in a while. As far as everyone else goes, I think the performances are all good, but a few of these characters probably could have been expanded more, maybe because it's just the actors are really good. Actors like John Leguizamo, who I think is a really good actor. He does great in this movie. Maybe because he's so good, I want his character to be expanded and get involved more. But I also totally get the purpose of these side characters, and they serve that purpose pretty well. Colin Stetson does a great job with the music. It's very ambient, but it just fits the tone really well. It's creepy, but also kind of beautiful at times. Two songs that I really liked from the soundtrack is Nature is Timeless and The First Cheeseburger. Both are good on their own, and they make their scenes even better. The First Cheeseburger in particular, it makes it just a really impactful moment for Chef, and one of the most important and beautiful moments in the film. Again, sorry, going back to this. This villain is so good. He's a bad guy. He's a monster. But there is like still some beauty there, and he has some beautiful heartfelt moments where, again, I kind of get it. Not what he wants to do. The bad stuff's bad, but like I get it. Mark Mylod did a great job of directing. I love his use of like reflections. There's this one scene where this thing's being lowered into water, and just the way it's framed in all these reflections is really cool. Speaking on that, the movie only really takes place in one room, and personally, like, I didn't even notice it. It's done so well. And on top of that, for most of the movie, like 90% of the movie, everyone just sits at the same table. Everyone sits, they stay with their own dynamics. They don't really cross over that much. The fact that that never gets boring is a testament to good writing and just how good and captivating Ralph Fiennes is. His performance really just grabs you and holds your attention. As a thriller itself, I thought it was good. Its approach to tension is different, and I don't see that a lot in thrillers, but I really liked it. If I had to talk about some critiques for the film, the humor didn't always work for me, but comedy is subjective, so that's not a knock against the movie, it's just on my personal experience. Maybe all the jokes will hit for you, and that's cool, and I hope they do. As far as thrillers go, I thought The Menu was a pretty good time. It has great performances, a really interesting score, great directing, editing. It's a well-made film. It's a very good introductory horror film. For people that don't like horror and thrillers, this is not a scary movie, but if you want to get someone adjusted to raising tension in movies, I think this is a great place to start. It only takes place in one room, but there are enough twists and turns to keep things interesting and full of tension. I'm going to give The Menu the rating of go see it, please. Looking at my tier list for the year, I'm going to put it in A tier right behind Nope. Thanks for watching. Hear more reviews. Check them out if you want. If not, that's cool too. Bye.